Hey everybody, good afternoon. Eric here. I haven't updated the free list here with details in a bit. I've had a tsunami of personal stuff and all leading into moving back to Miami this Saturday. So apologies on some late communication. But I just wanted to let you know that I am coming out with a bang next week for you, maybe even by tomorrow. And for example, not only are we going to review all of the different companies and go through that on video and on Q&A, because I'm going to be touching on a lot of these for the premium members that have crossover with where we cover them in the free list. You know, companies like that we've owned for a while, Bravada Gold, everything from that to Canada Cobalt Works, Metallis, Southern Silver, Abra Plata. There's others in there, First Vanadium. I'm going to essentially talk to you about anything that we haven't discussed that we still hold and or really like through those update videos, which are going to come out in a series over the next 2 weeks. And there's new buys as well. And in fact, I have one that I'm going to come out of the gate with for you guys because it's very time sensitive. And I'm not going to release it at this moment until I can give you ample details. But I will say that I've never said this before about any other company. I believe that this company could be the next Kirkland Lake. And this one is trading at under $4 Canadian. And if you wanted to see when Kirkland was there, you have to go back to late 15, early 16, before it became what is, the Apple of gold stocks. And really, that particular company has made Eric Sprott a billionaire. It's had very few pullbacks. And, you're talking about moves as high as, 75. And so this is earlier stage, obviously, or it wouldn't be so cheap and have that type of upside. But it is like the most exciting play out there in the market, and it's new. So hints for you sleuths. It just came public in August. It has, the symbol starts with an N, and there's some crossover with the investor base of Kirkland. And I'll leave it at that. But this is going to be a featured recommendation and stock I'm going to cover for you guys. The elites and premiums have been accumulating, and they still are. So I would like for them to have a little bit more time, but I want to get you all involved early, as early as possible, because things are about to just, I think, go bananas for that company. And then afterwards, I have another. The people that are involved in some of the new ideas coming out are the top of the food chain. Okay. So we're going to have a mixture. We're going to have a mixture of, updates on the sector, on some of the producers that we've held, updates on, technicals with gold and silver mining stocks, silver, all of the juniors, legacy juniors, the juniors that we like will be sort of, 1, 2, 3, 4 rolled out, but also, you're going to find out the ones that we've owned, which ones actually we've been buying too, for certain reasons. And then, the sweet spot though is I'm raising, my game to bring ultra quality ideas that are not yet, mainstream, but they're not tiny. So you can buy a good amount. And the one I have coming after the one I just indicated, the possible Kirkland Lake scenario, is unbelievable, and it's more of a development play. It's less risk, but also less upside. And that one I will release in the next 1 to 2 weeks for all of you to get involved. We're still buying a lot of that one, and also, just bear with me here through the weekend while I get moved back to Miami and settled. But I have a whole schedule next week where we're going to start to roll out these updates, and I'm going to do it being mindful. And really, the first series will be on companies that we have crossover coverage on, like Bravada Southern Silver and companies like that, for those of you that have been around. And we didn't do that on the Q&As. We just had a bunch with premium members, a couple of them. And we avoided talking about specific companies because I know which ones we all want to know about. And I'm going to do that series myself, roll those out, and then get into more detail, give more color to you instead of these little blurbs or technical updates, so that the new folks can understand why we have such big stakes in some of these juniors, and in many cases have for years and have been growing it. So that is all coming starting next week. Also, if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Gold Investment Letter here, click through and subscribe. You're going to be notified of the releases, which will include those videos, because they're going to get posted first and before I email them, and also live Q&A. And I plan to book a Q&A with at least one, probably two, with all of you after getting some company updates out over the next 2 weeks. And then I've done impromptu Q&As on the regular channel if you want to subscribe. And that has been really interesting and I think helpful for people that were available at the moment. So lots coming. We are in a bull market for gold, silver, and mining stocks. And I think we're getting very close to the next leg. And the next leg is going to be powerful. So it's a really good time for us to assess our portfolio, look at new ideas, do inventory. And, despite me being a bit quiet, there is so much going on behind the scenes. And I will tell you, again, the amount of content and ideas and trades and investments and information that go to the premium members versus this list is 20 to 1. I mean, it's something like that. It's so much more and very regular. And I will say that the premium is going to double probably at the end of October. But I want to give all of you officially a week or two to go ahead and get ahead of that. But I probably will announce the actual date next week. If you want to get ahead of it now and try out premium, go lock in the price for $777 annually, because it's going to $777 for 6 months will be the minimum. And Elite is full, and our price has raised there, but that's going way up for anybody that falls off or we increase it in the future, because we're just making too much money, guys. And I know the free e-letter doesn't get as much stuff, but and I'm excited to give you updates and give you some new picks. And those of you that don't, obviously join the higher tiers, no problem. I'm still going to try to provide value and more regular updates. But, in this type of a market, you should be engaged with us. Fireworks every other day, every week. It's been this way for a while, but, it's crazy. And the amount of money that we're up, like in our model portfolio that we launched, it will be a year and 3 weeks. The returns are ridiculous. The trades that we've closed, the percentage of the profitable trades, the initial coverage prices versus what they hit for 12 to 18 month targets in many cases were already hit way early. And all the new things get posted there before, this goes out, if it even goes out to the e-letter. So there's just so much more there, guys. I'll leave a link here in the comment section and then also in the email. And I hope you're well, and stay tuned for a lot more of updates on these individual companies you may be wondering about, and new sector updates and new ideas. I hope you're all well.